All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do some After Effects here. So let's open up After Effects. Um, and we're going to do a new project. And we've already got our footage saved in a folder somewhere, hopefully, and we should have more than one piece of footage. So I'm going to go new composition from footage because then I can grab a whole folder and bring it all in. The only thing I don't like is, so I've got the folder chosen here, parkour, and there's the stuff that's in it. I hit open and I'm just going to hit OK on this. It puts everything over here into my project, but it also drops it in my timeline, which I don't really want. So I'm getting rid of it out of my timeline so that I can choose what I want. And what I need is a piece of green screen down here. We'll drag it down. There it is. And then, so we have that. Note just one thing. If I double click on my layer here, I actually go over here into layer mode. And I would not see everything. I'd only see this layer. So I need to go back to composition if I need to see all my layers. So keep that in mind. If you accidentally double click on something, check up here and make sure you get back to composition mode. So I'm looking here at where I want to start with my tightrope. I'm going to start right there. So I'm going to shorten this to here. I could go to edit and I could split the layer so I could get rid of that part. So now I just got this. And I'll bring it over to the front because this is where we're starting to record. And I'm going to... Now you'll notice this green screen is not as big as what we would like. We have another one coming and I'm just going to go to there. So I can split it right there, edit, split the layer and get rid of this one. So there we go. We've got my little green screen I'm going to work with. I'm going to drag down my background right now. So I've got a couple backgrounds to choose from. Always remember, videotape more than you think you'll need. Okay, so if I look over here, here's my background. And I actually want the background where I'm walking around. So I could split or I'll just bring it here. And then that's the background where I'm walking around. Yeah, so I'll put it right over so it matches up. And then it's going to end right there. So let's match these guys up. So there we go. That is going to do it. But I can't see my background right now because I need to green screen out everything that's here. Now, let's come back a bit, my arms down. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is before I even hit the green screen, I'm going to mask out all this other stuff I don't need. I know I just need me in here. So to get a mask, I'm going to go up to the pen tool up in the top toolbar and click on it. And I want everything that's in the green screen. If you were sitting still and not moving much, you could mask out less of the green screen, but because I'm moving across it, I need most of it. So I'm going all the way like up here. And again, this green screen's kind of short. And then I just click on the other point that I started with and that'll match them out. So that automatically gets rid of everything else. So there's a good start. Now I'm going to go back and get my pointer tool just so I don't accidentally make some more things over there. Now, we are going over in the right to effects because we need to get rid of the green screen. Fortunately, I'm not wearing any green, which is good. So you have to make sure you're not wearing green when you videotape yourself because otherwise you'll get rid of yourself also. Unless you want to. If you want to be a headless horseman running around, you put a green paper bag over your head and you'll cut your head off or your arm or whatever you want. Okay, so keying here. So keying means keying on a color to get rid of it. And we are going to use key light. So I could drag it on to my layer over here, or since I have the layer selected, I'll just double click on key light. And over here it pops up in the effect controls. Now, if I want to get back to where my layers were, it's actually over here on the left. It's your project, and you can see the layers and effect controls are here. It kind of pops out of the way because the screen's not too big. And we could make the screen bigger. So then we can see project and effect controls. So under screen color, I'm going to grab the eyedropper and I'm going to come in here and pop the screen. And you can see it does a fair job right away of getting rid of what I want. It's not a perfect job though. There is still some stuff around in here and here, and we're going to deal with that first. And I might see it better if I move the background out of the way. So you notice, see, there's still stuff here, and inside me there's a bit of stuff too. So we'll leave the background out of the way for a sec. And what we're going to do is click back on this layer, and we are going to, under final result, we're going to go to a screen matte. And you sometimes got to give it a few seconds to switch to a screen matte. Yeah, there we go. And if we look in the screen matte, we can see white where there should be black, and we can see black where there should be white. So we're going to clean those up. And we go down here in the screen effects to screen matte, and we've got clip back and clip white. And the other one we might use is screen shrink grow, but we'll start here. So clip black means I'm looking at the black and I want to get rid of, make it really look black. So I start dragging, and you notice the black cleans up nicely. I don't have to drag too far, and my black is cleaned up nicely. So now I'll go to the clip white, and I clip the white out nicely. So there we go. Those are clipped out really nice. Back up top here, I'll now go back to final result and give it a few seconds to change. Now, I'm gonna zoom in a bit here. And just zoom in and wait. It's a little jaggy. I'm just looking to see if I got any green outline on me or anything. So if I don't, I'm okay. Otherwise, I could go to the screen shrink grow. Notice how it shrinks me in there. So if you had stuff you did want like a little green outline, you could shrink it back. And I'm just putting it to 0 because I don't seem to have much of an outline, so I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Okay, now I'm going to go back and put my background back. There we go. So I got me and my background. Now obviously size-wise, we don't match up too well. So I'm going to right click on my layer, go up to transform and go to scale. And I could type in scale here, but if I just go down in the height, you get it 2 little arrows. I can just start dragging and just try and get it the same size, and I'll hit OK. I'll move myself down. Now, I think I'm a little smaller now, but that's kind of what I want because I'm going to be a little farther away. I'm up here, which is a little farther back, and it's up. So I'm going to move myself up. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit. So see, I want to look like when I actually walked on the green screen, I had put a board underneath, so my feet kind of curled over a bit so that they hopefully look there like, yeah, I need to be up a little bit more though. So go up a little bit more. So it looks like my feet are actually on something and not just flat on the ground. So I think I could be slightly smaller though. Transform, scale, not 39, let's go 35. Yeah, I think that works out better, and then we'll bring me back down a bit so I'm right here. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's take this back. Okay, at the moment it's stopping right here. It shouldn't be. Okay, it just wasn't, see the green line, it hadn't finished building the effects, so it couldn't really go. There we go. So let's come back here. Spacebar. Walk in. Yeah. Okay, so not bad. Now, what I also could do though, if I look at the coloring, the coloring's slightly off for me. I recorded this in the MacLab and this in the gym. So if I wanted to fix that up, I'll click on the Me Walking Dangerously layer, and then I'm going to go up to color correction, and I'm going to double click on the curves here. So double click, that brings curves over here. So here's your curves. So usually curves, the blacks are down here and the whites are up here. So you can drag the line and fix them. So if I drag this line I'm kind of there. I'm darkening. If I drag it to the bottom, I'm darkening the whites. So notice I darkened myself, and I have pretty close now color match. So I can live with that probably. I think I can be okay with that. Okay. So I'm actually ready to export my little clip here. Now I don't want to hit export right now because I'm actually exporting from this blue in point here to this blue out point, and I don't want to go all the way to there. So I got to drag this out point back to here. So there we go. So now when you actually hit play, it only goes this far. And it keeps going. So now I got it the way I want it. I'm happy enough. So I'm ready to export it. So file, don't forget to save every once in a while. I didn't save here. I'm going to add it to the render queue. Render means to render the special effects and turn it into a video. Notice it won't let me click on render over at the right here because I haven't told it where it's going to. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to put it to my desktop, and I'm going to call it Danger. And it's saving it as QuickTime Movie. So I hit save, and now it'll let me render. So I hit render. You can see the render coming across. It renders pretty quick for that. And now it's done with the big noise there. I'm going to quit. I'm not going to save. You should save. And then it should be on my desktop right here, danger.movie. Open it, view it full screen, hit play. So, not bad. There you go. That's your job. Now it's ready to import into Premiere and add it together with other clips and titles and music and whatever a person needs. All right? So let's hit start.